Hey guys, this is Steve Nozilla outside our garage. I just want to do a quick, candid kind of update about the Derek Allen Bank situation. I know I haven't released a video in a little while, and I do plan on doing another one, at least one more. There's been a number of shops that now have their hands on some of the blocks and heads and things that Derek was working on since the customers have gotten some things back. And I have some absolute horror stories to share with you. So I will soon be doing all that. And I also have some footage that I took the other weekend when I went down to New Jersey to visit one of the victims, and he's got something real special. So stay tuned, and we'll take a look at that in the next video. But I got something interesting in the mail today, and I wanted to share it real quick because I know that Derek was released from jail in South Dakota, I believe earlier this month. He had his court hearing. He was found guilty of multiple felonies. That's all public record now. The judge issued him time served, 8 years probation, and also this order of restitution that's sitting here in front of me. Restitution in the amount of $116,714.02. This is, I think there's 8 people listed on the restitution order. There was many more people involved. I'm not exactly sure where the disconnect there was. We've calculated damages exceeding $250,000. This is straight up, this restitution order, I believe, is straight up just money, like physical, like cash money and value of property. This does not include the damages that he did to people's cars, the engines, the things that people got back, and now they have to pay somebody else to disassemble them and evaluate them. So this doesn't exactly feel like justice was served, but it is something. It's some paperwork that proves that he did something wrong, at least as far as the legal system is concerned. So anyhow, I'll get into this letter real quick and I'll go over this. So I got this letter in the mail, and it's from Court Services Department in Mitchell, South Dakota. It's addressed to me. Reading this, it says, as part of the court's order, the defendant is required to make restitution to the victims of their crime. The court's order approving plan of restitution is enclosed, and the order states you are entitled to be reimbursed in the amount indicated for the losses you have suffered. We will monitor the probationer's payments with goal of collecting the full amount of restitution you are entitled. However, please keep in mind that the number of victims the defendant is required to pay restitution, the total amount of restitution owed, and the defendant's ability to pay will determine the payments and the time frame in which you are reimbursed. If the defendant fails to comply with the court's conditions and attempts to collect the restitution are unsuccessful, we will notify you of our inability to collect. Under South Dakota law, a victim is entitled to enforce a restitution order in the same manner as a civil judgment. If you choose to proceed with this option, it will require that you take a copy of the enclosed order approving plan of restitution to the clerk's office of courts. To the clerk of court's office in the county where the case was prosecuted to file the necessary paperwork. The restitution order does not become a civil judgment, and only the sentencing court may modify the terms of the order. You may seek a civil judgment against the defendant by initiating a separate civil proceeding in small claims court or circuit court, depending on the amount of your loss. If the defendant is a juvenile, blah, 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 he's not a juvenile. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So this basically sounds like a bunch of rubbish to me. Derek's out on social media right now, and he's been antagonizing the victims by saying that he's got all this major news, and he's going to release videos and do posts and stuff and tell his side of the story. Which, Derek, I implore you to tell your side of the story, because it's very interesting how you worded what your side of the story was. You said there's 3 sides to every story. There's, I guess, our side, there's his side, and then there's the truth. So I guess he's implying that his side isn't the truth either. So that's interesting. Anyhow, he claims that the state dropped his case, and he is not guilty of anything. That is completely 100% false. It's public record. Go look up Derek Allen Banks in South Dakota, and you will find out that he is a convicted felon. He served time in jail. He has court-ordered restitution, and he's on probation for the next 8 years. So go ahead, help yourself. In my next video, I'm going to provide as much, paper evidence. I'll see if I can get some printouts of the actual convictions, just so everybody has this outlaid, because in true narcissistic capacity, he is coming out and he is going to play the victim. He is going to claim that we all ganged up on him and we're jealous of him because he had such a successful business and he was so cool that we couldn't stand it, so we combined forces together to hurt him. Guys, we were all just trying to recover our property because this guy had absolutely no clue what he was doing, and he only had a goal, which was to harm us and our property, and to take whatever he could from us, with no intention of doing anything as far as the work or ordering parts or even paying us back at this point. And then we go down the list of who he owes what. So here's victim number 1. He owes them $10,367. Victim number 2, $8,279. Victim number 3, $21,155. Victim number 4, which is actually an insurance company, I guess there's a claim against him for the insurance as well, $17,500. By the way, this is the state of South Dakota, plaintiff versus Derek Allen Banks, the defendant. Docket number 17CR121-000654. Look it up. Again, public record. Victim number 5, $12,612. Victim number 6, $32,218. Victim number 7, $1,065. Victim number 8, $13,516. It is further ordered that the defendant make total monthly restitution payments in the amount of $116,714.02. It is further ordered that the court may modify the plan of restitution at any time upon the defendant's request or upon the court's own motion. It is further offered that failure of the defendant to comply with the plan of restitution as approved by the court may constitute a violation of the conditions of probation. It is further ordered that the court services officer assigned to the defendant provide each known victim a copy of the court's order approving or modifying the plan of restitution. This is signed by the Circuit Court Judge Giles and signed by defendant Derek Allen Banks and the court services officer. I believe the name is Jennifer Gropper. This was signed on 3/2/2022. So just earlier this month. I believe that was around the same day that Derek was released from jail. So there you have it. So guys, just to further clarify, so I am going to be, sorry, both my dogs have decided to come in and drink out of the water bowl while I'm making this video in the kitchen. So I apologize for that. So I'm going to be putting up another video. Like again, I got something really cool to show everybody from one of the victims down in New Jersey, and I've got some video prepared for that. I'm working on editing and getting something out, hopefully, but maybe by the end of this week or next week. And then also, I'm going to be speaking with I think 2 or 3 shops now who have property that Derek built from the customers that got it back, and they've already reached out to me to tell me what colossal disaster they're dealing with, and I would love to share that all with you. I'm going to try to get some recordings of these people talking so you can hear it from their mouths, not mine. And we will in the meantime eagerly await Derek's side of the story. This is going to be really interesting to watch. In the meantime, obviously, he's court ordered not to communicate with any of the victims. He's not supposed to be doing what he's doing. He's certainly not supposed to be antagonizing anybody at this point. I would think that if anybody was in this situation and they got out like he did, they would dig a hole and put their head in it and stay there for the next 8 years. But instead, he's out and about, and he's hopped right back on TikTok, and he's going to try to, soak this for everything it's worth and get right back on top. But I feel pretty confident that nobody in the Skyline community is going to be ever trusting Simply RB or Derek Allen Banks again. That has been clearly, circulated within the community. But I also fear now that he's probably going to just jump right back into something else, switch gears, and go into a different community and start the same bullshit up again. So beware. Keep your eyes open for Derek Allen Banks. If you see him, I would give him a wide berth, man. Stay away. Until next time.